What's up, guys? I'm Jessica.
And I am Joe, the best there is, the best there was, best there ever will be.
Bada bing, bada boom.
That's done.
Oh, my bad. We are here to deliver you this week's hashtag Newsfeed.
Yes, Jessica.
Yes.
What are the news stories we're talking about?
We are talking about Goldar, Iron Fist, Star Wars, and X-Men.
And X-Men. Who's your favorite X-Man?
Shut. All right, Joe, you liked toys when you were a kid, right?
I like toys as an adult.
All
There's
right,
nothing wrong with that.
No, me too. And every time a big movie comes out, there's always merchandise to go with it.
Yes.
But I heard that you, amongst other people, are a little bit upset that Power Rangers has been a little bit spoiled by the toy game. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't think that the toys do the actual property justice, because when I saw the Megazord or Alpha 5 in the Power Ranger movie and then I saw him in the trailer, completely different things. A lot of people were kind of like shitting on Alpha and that he looked a certain way, or the Megazord, but now when we see it in the actual trailer, it looks great. So that's that.
Tell them about your Goldar mishap.
So Goldar, we talked about Goldar a couple times in this show, that it looked like nacho cheese, like kind of like oozing together,
Yeah.
and it kind of did. But it looks great in the trailer, and people are saying now that Goldar. Well, another spoiler with toys, mutton heads, is that we're getting to find out that this is possibly Rita's Zord. Now, this is something that I had speculated on when we first saw Goldar, because he looks like the Megazord. But I'm not necessarily sure if it's the Dragon Zord, which was piloted by the Green Ranger, or if Rita even is the Green Ranger. There also is a small, I don't want to say spoiler, but a little nugget of something I pulled out of the trailer, which is kind of circulating now.
Okay.
Is that when Trini says that she has superpowers, her mom gives her a pee cup and says, pee in this, because she doesn't believe her. A lot of people are speculating now that when you hear the voice of that woman that says, give me the trailer, like the mom, is actually Elizabeth Banks, which is stating a theory that Elizabeth Banks actually might be possessed by Rita, and that's why we see her like in the bedroom with Trini.
Oh.
Boom.
That could be cool, but we won't know until the movie comes out, right? But this
Well,
is what you're
I'll
expecting?
know when we do the screening early. But yes, the general population won't know until the movie comes out at the end of March. I'm excited.
All right.
Jessica, when you were a little girl...
Perfect intro. Love where this is going. Yeah.
Jessica, when you were a little girl, did you see yourself more as the Princess Leia type or the Han Solo type?
Han Solo, and I'll tell you why. When Princess Leia was chained up, it always really bothered me, and I thought like that, I always liked the idea of being Hans. Or
Han,
Jedi.
Or just Han. Well, my next
Han.
story has nothing to do with anything I just asked you. We're going to be talking about Star Wars Episode 8. It finally has a title, which is...
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi, like the Last Starfighter.
It's
or
true.
The Last Piece of Cheese. It is the new title for Star Wars. It makes a complete sentence when you put it together with Episode 7.
And it could be plural, or it could be singular.
That's right, and it could be The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and the next one could be From His Nap. So we could have Episode 9, From His Nap. Could be.
Could be. But that'd be a lot of money to spend on a nap.
That would be a lot of money to spend on a nap. What if it's just Luke Skywalker's dream and he just wakes up, he's like...
No, that is the biggest cop-out, is to wake up from a dream. I hate when movies end like that.
A lot of movies end like that.
I know. Or
Are
it's
you
like
excited about The Last Jedi, though? And there has to be something telling, because it's in red font, not in the traditional yellow Star Wars font.
I agree. Am I excited? Yeah.
Who's your favorite Star Wars character again? Hans Solo? Is that the mashup with Hans from Frozen?
It's the German version of Han.
Like
it's his brother Hans.
Oh, you saw it in Germany. Hans Solo. You know that guy.
I like R2-D2.
Jessica.
Yes.
How many movies can we name with the title Iron in it? The Iron Giant, Iron Man, Man in the Iron Fist, Man with the Iron Fist.
The Iron Fist.
The Iron Fist, Man in the Iron Mask. There's a lot of irons in this, if you get what I'm saying.
So much irony.
I see what you did there. So, in the first episode of Iron Fist on Netflix, it's gonna be directed by, it is directed by music superstar
RZA from Wu-Tang Clan, which is very interesting. And the irony in that is he also directed Man with the Iron Fist back in 2012, completely unrelated to Iron Fist now.
But it did star WWE and Marvel superstar Dave Bautista, who plays Drax the Destroyer.
Right, completely unrelated.
Well, a little related.
A little related.
A little related.
But you wanted to get it in there that you love WWE.
I wanted to get the Iron Fist in there. That's right.
But be sure to check it out. It's on Netflix, and it drops March 17th. Legion is starting the first week of February on FX, and turns out Fox took to Bryan Singer to direct the pilot episode of a new X-Men series, which I know you have a little bit of issue with the continuity there.
Listen, if anybody doesn't have an issue with the X-Men continuity, they have not seen all these movies, nor do they really give a shit about this universe. Because this has a lot of issues with it. I'm excited for the TV show. Now, originally it was codenamed Supernova, but I don't know if that's still the codename because that got out everywhere. This is going to follow a young mutant and his family as he joins the Resistance. I think the family is going to be reacting to him being a mutant. We can only assume that this is for Xavier's school. Now, producers did come out and say that X-Men from Bryan Singer's X-Men universe would appear in this, and this does take place in continuity. The only problem is we don't know which continuity that is. Logan doesn't seem to be connected to any continuity. At least Hugh Jackman stated earlier this week that Logan would be in its own continuity. James Mangold, the director, stated that that's not technically true. It kind of takes place in the world, kind of. Hugh Jackman, they got to get their story right, and it kind of sucks too because this is Hugh Jackman's last run as Wolverine until he passes down the mantle to somebody else.
True.
But you know what? The movie still looks good. Hugh Jackman described it as a Little Miss Sunshine with a lot more death and a lot darker.
Oh, I could get into that. All right.
But back to this X-Men TV show. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Guess we'll find out.
Brian
got to talk to the cast of Justice League Dark, and here he is talking to the voice of Constantine, Matt Ryan.
The quarterback from the Atlanta Falcons voiced Constantine?
No, the other one.
Oh.
I'm here with Matt Ryan, the voice of Constantine.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm good. Thank you. What's it like going from fully portraying and acting as Constantine now to a 2D character voice work?
Well, it's great to be able to play the character again. You know, the DNA of the character is the same, and it's a lot of fun to kind of do it in a booth with a great voice director and a great script, and to have this character interacting with characters that we didn't get to do on the live-action shows. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say the relationship is like, working with Batman? It seems like, to me, Batman and Constantine were both seem kind of like solo guys, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Batman's a little bit skeptical of magic, and Constantine's a loner, and, they butt heads a little bit, but ultimately they're there for the greater good, and we'll pull together to do what's right.
Yeah, because Constantine doesn't really seem like a team player. Is he a team player?
No, he's not. Every time he works with people, they end up getting hurt or killed in some way. So he's kind of your reluctant hero in that way. But, as I said, he'll do what it takes to get the job done.
What was your favorite thing about portraying Constantine in this film?
I think his relationship with Batman and Zatanna, yeah, exactly. There's such a history between those guys, and we didn't get to do that on the live-action show. So to be able to kind of flesh that out a little bit was a really fun thing. And then the interaction between him and Batman, the witticisms that John has towards him, it was yeah, that was pretty funny as well.
Speaking of the live-action Constantine, do you think there's a chance we could see him in any other CW shoes?
I say never. That's what I say.
Ooh.
What the future holds.
Can we expect to see you voicing Constantine again in the future in a film?
Well, I will be doing an animated series of Constantine on the CW Seed. So that will be the next time that I kind of delve into Constantine, and I'm excited to see what kind of storylines we come up with and where he's going to be, and working with David Goyer and Greg Berlanti on that project. So yeah, that looks like it'll be really good fun.
That was not Atlanta Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan. That was another Matt Ryan. He's good though too. But we do have some sad news to report. John Hurt passed away at the age of 77 this week. He was in such films as Harry Potter. He was also in Alien. Hellboy, that's right. And he was the War Doctor in Doctor Who. Rest in peace, John Hurt. May your legacy live on forever.
Absolutely. And on that note, we will end this week's #Newsfeed, guys. We have new videos premiering all week long, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and hang here in everything trending in geek pop culture.